Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you're viewing from, thank you for tuning in to this particular clip. Today I am trackside on the F-Zero circuit, and behind me is the price of failure. The price of failure is when the game ends, you crash and burn, and I do not plan on doing this too early on this challenge. A challenge from a gentleman who, and they're actually going to make me say this name out loud, goes by the name on the forums of Wonky Sausage. Wonky Sausage wanted me to give F-Zero a go on the SNES, so here is my attempt at doing reasonably well on it. Wonky Sausage, this is F-Zero, and this one is for you. So we're going to pick Grand Prix, and we're going to select the blue car. This is Blue Falcon, so yeah, we're happy with that. I'm going to go for the Knights League and beginner class. So this is Mute City 1. Right, brief description of what we got going on. The left hand side is power that we've just passed, all those funny lines. If your power bar loses power, which happens via hitting the sides of the track, hitting other cars, you can go in that, and it slows you down a little, or you need to slow down a little bit rather, to go through it, but your power will increase. The concrete that we have here, all the patchy stuff on the sides of the track, is effectively slow concrete. It slows you down. Think of it as gravel, something like that. And recently we have just gone past the first lap, and what happens is the first time you complete a lap you get a super boost. So the super boosts are shown on the bottom right hand side of the screen, and they only happen, as I say, after you've done one lap. Controls for this are basically left, right for steering, and you've got accelerate. What else do you have? You've effectively got rudder controls as well, so using the shoulder buttons on the controller I can do tight turns, like here's a right one there, and you turn a little bit more sharper without losing that much speed, and it just makes it a bit easier to control. The boosts I don't particularly use this early in the game. You know, there is no point in doing it. You should be able to do the first map here, the first lap here, you know, the first circuit here without really needing them. But if you do screw up, they're really useful because rubber banding is going on. And for those of you that don't know, rubber banding is where the enemy vehicles, no matter how well you're doing, catch up with you, and it can be a real pain in the neck at times. So what happens is, like what's happened there, you get a check that appears behind you, and this guy is now in front of me. I can overtake him, it's not too hard to do, but if I accelerate I get a vast boost of speed for the final lap and can easily get by him. You know, too much talking commentary while playing I think caused that loss, and I used to be reasonable on this. You know, whether I still am I don't know, but Wonky Sausage, you know, I think we're going to be completing the first level. Unlike my skills when I did the recent other challenge for Chase HQ, I do think I will be representing myself just a little bit better. And here we are, first place. So we're going to kick off again after these scores on another lap of Big Blue this time. Big Blue looks very much it's over an ocean. This probably isn't going to be that hard to do at the moment either, but you know, we will see. The enemy car, we will see as I crash. The enemy cars, these main four that you have here, but I think there's 15 in the race. If you look on the top left, it says safe is 15, which means that you've got to be, damn it, you've got to be higher than 15th place, and if you're not, I think your car explodes. However, it's artificial in some respects because there's some ice here. It's artificial in some respects because I do not believe that the drone cars, which are the orange and the yellowy type ones, can ever finish in any pole position, and we're overtaking one here. You also saw me very briefly go in the recharge area to get some power back up after my appalling start to this level. I never claimed to be an expert, but I would have liked to have not been bouncing off the curbs as much as I am. I think the drone cars, if they get enough damage, they end up flashing as well. As it's been a long time, and if they flash, that generally means that they're going to explode. I'm sure it was this game, I'm sure I remember them flashing, and when they explode, if you hit them, I don't know whether that killed you outright, but if it didn't, it's certainly going to give you a whole chunk of new damage that you didn't want to be doing to yourself, especially when these laps and these tracks get really windy. This game is being played on the MiSTer FPGA system, my system of choice, as I mentioned time and time again. However, you know, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's recreating the Super Nintendo Entertainment System here. For those that have got a real console, you know, I challenge you to see the difference. The only one thing you could probably pick out on this would be the display. You know, we're playing on HDMI here, so you know, it gives you you know, much better visuals in terms of you don't have to mess around, you know, on current TVs and such with, you know, adapters and everything. You know, plugs straight in and works wonderfully. There is a huge, you know, love for a lot of people that are huge fans of this for CRT monitors, especially on some of the arcade games, because it does a lot of arcade cores as well. You see me playing Rally X, Bubble Bobble, Load Runner, and a couple of others, and the CRT experience is absolutely great. I put on scan lines here, you can see them slightly just because I like the effects, but there's going to be nothing like the real system. But for the purpose of doing these type of videos, you know, first again, so for the purpose of doing these type of videos, you do need to be on a system that you can easily record rather than point the camera at the screen, because if you do that, you're not going to get a good result. So we're going to move on to level 3, and I really have to concentrate here. This is Sand Ocean. So the music's changed, and look on the bottom left hand side, the state of that track. You know, there is nothing easy about this. Good lord. You know, it's Degsy Degworth, when he did his commentary over Chase HQ, he was just saying how hard it was to talk and play the game, and I 100% agree with him. I think I've done, wow, Jesus, I think I've done one recording, one gameplay video, you know, while I have done talking, and that might have been Load Runner. Usually I talk over the top of them, you know, I play back the recording and, you know, just do a commentary on what happened there. But playing a game of, in fact, all games of skill, or most games of skill, playing a game where you need decent reactions, trying to concentrate on what you're doing here, is a bit bloody hard. Right, let's try and get past you. You know, this could be famous last words, but I feel reasonably confident I can do this level, but it can all go to hell and back, you know, just with one simple mistake. Using the shoulder buttons on the controller there to do hard turns, you know, it basically controls the fins of your device so you can whip round those corners just a little bit. You know, this level, sometimes not this level, some levels you have the concrete that you can go over, which gives you a bit of an advantage to slow you down. And look at this, you know, I'm losing the plot here. So I'm using the boost to get by them, back in first place, and 2 laps left. It feels it's got a lot harder. You know, I mean, you can probably see by the pained expression as I try and drag this arse of this car around the track without doing too much damage to myself. You know, 2 laps left. You know, I wish it was the last lap here. The controller is feeling not sweaty, but clammy, because, you know, Wonky Sausage gave me this challenge and I want to be doing reasonably well. So, final lap. So I have a few boosts, but, you know, we're not going to use them unless we absolutely have to, because the state of this bloody track is just going to bounce me into something. Now you can probably hear the controller clicking in the background. So we have to focus, have to concentrate. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I nearly lost it there. Look how little power is up on the screen. You know, that was close. You know, my heart is going here. But hey, I've got past level 3 on something. Deathwind 1. Okay, so we've done sand, sea, and this is grass. And looking at this map, this doesn't look too bad, apart from it's an oval. Oh, and I missed the boost. I missed the boost. I forgot those boosts existed. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. 4 laps left. So sorry about the not the rattling on. Some of you may be happy with that. You know, this is just pure focus time. Three laps left for rank 2. Come on, come on, come on. So I used my boost there because I missed that. And look how much they shoot ahead. Back to rank 3, back to rank 4, grabbing 3rd place. 2 laps left. Right, we're going to accelerate past you if we can. That concrete slowed me down, fortunately, for the last hurrah, and let's try and hit. No, damn it. Limit 5, right, this is going to be close. I cannot let anything overtake me. You know, I've got to hit all of these. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Oh, no, 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 no. Unbelievable.